Hello dear student, once again welcome in this class. Uh, in last video we have discussed about the unique physical properties of water. Why water show unique physical properties and why water act as a universal solvent I have already discussed. You know very well, universal solvent means water can dissolve lots of things in it. So it is called universal solvent. Universal solvent is due to only two unique character. One is polar character and second one is dielectric constant. We have discussed that why water show polarity, because it is a covalent compound. Also it show polarity, polar covalent compound we can say. Polar covalent compound because we know that water are formed, once again I repeated it, water is formed by the sharing of electron between hydrogen and oxygen. One pair of electron between oxygen and hydrogen here, and one pair of electron between oxygen and hydrogen here, shared by one electron with hydrogen and one electron with oxygen. One lone pair of electron remain on oxygen. And we know that I have already told you that oxygen is more electronegative than hydrogen. So the sharing electron between oxygen and hydrogen diverts towards the oxygen. Due to this, oxygen get partial negative charge while hydrogen get partial positive charge, like this. Clear? So due to the presence of negative and positive charge on oxygen and hydrogen respectively, this is a polar and covalent compound because the bond formed by the sharing of electron of oxygen and hydrogen. And this is the polar nature. Due to polar nature, all the polar substances dissolve in water. And next one is dielectric constant. Dielectric constant. First of all, we should know what is dielectric constant. Dielectric constant means any substance which has the capacity to polarize the solute particle is called dielectric constant of that particular substance. And water has more dielectric constant than other solvent. Water has 80.1 dielectric constant value at 20 degrees Celsius. Due to this, water has great capacity to polarize of solute particles which is dissolved in it. Why? Due to this, water acts as a universal solvent. Okay? Now, today we will discuss about the solution. What is solution? First of all, we should know what is solution and what is the definition of solution. The homogeneous mixture of two or more than two substances called solution. What is homogeneous? The homogeneous mixture means the mixture have unity. That means the solute and solvent particle present in a solution are two substances when mixed together to form a unity. That means you cannot separate two different types of component which is dissolved. That means in homogeneous substance is unity throughout the solution. Homogeneous, suppose, first of all, I would like to tell you solution are made of with the combinations of two types of components broadly. Two types of components. One should be solvent and second is solute. Then solvent and solute mix together, combine together to form solution. And in solution, when made by the combination of solvent and solute, you cannot recognize two different type of component which are present in this solution. Okay, that means the solution is homogeneous. The solution is homogeneous. Now we can define the solution. The homogeneous mixture of the homogeneous mixture of two or more substances are called solution. Okay, in easily way you can define the homogeneous mixture of two or more substances are called solution. And homogeneous means the solute and solvent part cannot be separately seen in this solution by naked eye. Okay, that is the homogeneous. And the homogeneous mixture of two or more substances are called solution. Clear? Now, solutions are of two types. It is depending upon the solvent part. Why solvent part? One is aqueous solution and second one is non-aqueous solution. Let us see the example of solution. Water plus sugar. When sugar add to the water forms sugar solution. Sugar solution. Clear? When salt and when water and salt is taken, form a mixture known as solution, and you can say salt solution. Salt solution. Here water is solvent and sugar is solute and form solution. Here water is once again solvent and salt is solute to form solution once again. In both the conditions, you can notice that solvent is water. Clear? When in a solution, solvent is water is known as aqueous solution. When solvent is water in a solution is called aqueous solution. That means these solutions are aqueous. Aqueous solution. Clear? Because here water is a solvent. But here we take non-aqueous solution. That means when solvent is not water, it may be alcohol, ether, benzene, toluene, carbon tetrachloride, etc. In this situation, in these conditions, when water is not solvent, other substances act as a solvent like phenol, ether, carbon tetrachloride, toluene, benzene, etc. Then the solution is known non-aqueous solution. Okay? You can write here, in this condition, water always act as a solvent. Water always as a part of solvent. Here, in case of non-aqueous solution, water is not a solvent. It may be benzene, alcohol, toluene, carbon tetrachloride, etc. Clear? That is solution. Now, once again, I would like to repeat it. Solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more than two substances. Homogeneous means the solution in which two or more than two components is combined cannot be seen by naked eye. That is homogeneous. Okay. Next one is solutions are of two types: aqueous solution and non-aqueous solution. In aqueous solution, water must be as a solvent part, while in non-aqueous solution, water is not a solvent. It may be benzene, alcohol, toluene, carbon tetrachloride, etc. Clear? This is the definition of solution and its part. Okay? I hope you are getting it. Now, we will discuss about the characteristics of solutions. Characteristics of solutions. Now, one question should be arise. What is? We have discussed that water, any solution has two parts. One is solute, second one is solvent. Okay? Now, once again, solvent and solute makes solution. In solution, the substance which are present in large quantity is known as solvent. While in solution which are present in less quantity comparison to another part is called solute. That means it should be in less amount and it should be in large amount to the part of solution. Okay? Now, in another word you can say solvent is a part of substance which can accommodate another substance between its intermolecular spaces, and solute the substance which is accommodated in intermolecular space of solvent. Now, see here, suppose we are taking sugar solution as an example. Okay, now suppose water particles are here and you can see the spaces between the water molecule. That means the water molecule can allow another substances to get the spaces between the molecule. That means the molecules present between the water, these water molecules is called intermolecular space, and these molecules allow another molecule to accommodate in it. That means another molecule can add and it can take the spaces between these molecules. Okay, that means the solvent molecule allow the another molecule to accommodate in it. Clear? And the solute molecule is dissolved in the substance, in the solvent molecule. Clear? This one is solvent. We take here as an example water, and this one is sugar, and is the part of solution known as solute. Clear? Okay. In solution there are two parts. One is solvent and second one is solute. Solvent can accommodate another substance between its intermolecular spaces, while solute, which is accommodated in intermolecular spaces between the solvent. Clear? Okay. Now, in next topic, we will discuss about the characteristics of solution and types of solution. Okay. Thank you. All the best.